Hey everyone, Cheryl here today with Kadoodle Bug Designs, and today we're going to be working on the darling Valentine patch bears. Isn't she cute? So I did change a couple things on it, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you. And so let's go ahead and get started. We'll leave her out, and that way we could see. So the first thing we want to do is grab the colors we're going to use, and for her today, I'm using a brown. That's American Crafts. And then I actually cut out a design paper that had a really nice color that I thought would look good on this. So you could always use your design paper if you can't find a color that works well for you. So on the lighter color, I thought I would go ahead and use the scattered straw on the distressed inks. I thought it would work really well, even though it has a little more of a yellow hint to it. I just thought it would look good on here, and try to use some of the other inks. I tend to always grab the same ones, so I'm just using the little dauber, and then so I tried to prep most of my pieces. So on the arm, we're just going to do the outer part because that's really all you're going to see. And then on the body, I only did the half because we're going to put the other half on the other side. And so on this other brown, I went ahead and used chocolate chip. It's Stampin' Up's color. And we do want to do the center, and we want to do the outer. And you can skip the bottom part since you won't really see it. I just went ahead and did it anyways. And I think my ear's already done, and that side, her little muzzle. So I'm going to spray my hands really quick, try to get some of that brown off. So I'm just using, I just keep with me in here since I don't have a sink right by me to wash up. I'm just using rubbing alcohol, just so you know. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and glue her ears on, and I'm going to use the art glitter glue for that. And she's just super cute. There are 3 files in this set, or 3 in the 1 file, sorry. And I'm just going to use the one sitting for now. I thought she'd be cute even without Valentine's, you know, just using her for any time. And so let's go ahead and move some of those pieces. And I usually try to get their sizes to be about 3 inches or under. And so just so you know on the sizing how I did it, sometimes I've done them 2.5 inches, and I've done them even bigger. So this one here, she measures, she's about 2 3/4. Well, if you go up to her ear, she's a little bit more, but anyways, she's a good size. I find that that size works really well. So now that we've got her little ears on, except for the little inner, we'll get that one. Now we could work on the body part. And so we can add our arms, we can add our legs. And so that's the next step on this. And so I just add some glue and go ahead and try to place the arms. So we have our little markings right here. And where did I place the other arm? Oh, it's upside down. Okay. And so we have our little arms on, and now we want to add our legs. And so we can get those on. Just move them, and I have to so I could make sure I see what I'm doing. I have to kind of lift that up. cute. And you can press those down really good. Of course, when I move this one, okay, so. And then for her body, we want to go ahead and add that on next. And just try to place it right like so. So we can do that. And then I'll just add some glue to the back. Because we have the heart that comes over her. So there's that. And then we want to add this side. So I just want to get all the pieces put on. And then her little tummy. And then you can kind of place the heart to see how much that tummy will come up. And that's kind of how I do it, just so you can kind of get an idea. So that looks fine. Okay, so we like that. Okay, and then her little, oh, there's her other one, her little paws. I'm going to leave those. So next, and the heart I don't need to do yet either. So on the next part, we want to go ahead and work on getting her head on here. And so we're going to do that next. And I did use the scattered straw on her head as well. And then I just want to make sure I'm lining up with little, there we go. Okay, so I have that on. So the next thing I want to work on is placing her muzzle and getting her eyes in place. Actually, I need the other part of her face. Where did that go? For some reason, I didn't bring that out. So she does have that, and of course, I didn't do that. So I am just going to distress the edge and that center. And really quick, spray. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and get this one on now. And she's super cute. Okay. So we've got her. Okay. So now we can kind of set that there. And I'm thinking that's going to be okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add some glue to about that much. So I'm leaving just a little at the top so I can slide the eyes in. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. Hopefully I left that. Okay. So we want to get the white part on first. The tool I'm using, if you're new, I'm using the little Viker tool. I did get these on Amazon, and I try to link in all my posts for paper piecing. Let's see if I got those. Kind of how I'm thinking I'm gonna, like, I think so. I think that looks good. Okay, and then I do want to add the black part on here. So you do get a set of 2 of these, and you get 4 little wax ends for a really good price. I was using one of the old other tools that I have. up the pieces, but I just like this one. Okay, so we have our eyes where we want them. And then, let's see. So, hoping those are dry. Okay, so I've got that done. Let me go ahead and grab, I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Chalk. This is one of the old ones. I don't even know what colors they have now, but this is just the Stampin' Up! Ones. I've had these forever. And I thought I might as well use them. Okay, so let's do some pink on her little cheeks. So on her little cheeks, I'm going to go with a light pink. I want to lighten up on this brown so we'll actually be able to see what I'm adding. And so you can kind of just add that. You could always come in with a little white. Soften that up. The brushes I'm using, I also bought on Amazon. I like that you can get a set of like 8 or 10, I can't remember, for a really good price. Okay, so I've got her little cheeks done. And then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to use the Micron 005, and I'm going to use that around her eyes and to do all my little stitch marks. And so the first thing I want to do is work on her eyes. So let's go ahead and start that. So I'm just going to come around here and add the little liner. And then I can come in with the chalk. So you can move them around to get them in easiest way for you to work. Okay, so we added that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just do these little stitch marks. So we'll just add, like, we can add one there, and then we can add one here, and maybe one there. You could even come up here. And so, and then when you're on the brown, you can kind of bring it, continue that, like so. And there you go. They don't need to be that big, but, and then she has some as well up here. I'm just gonna add those. And I think that's it for now. And then, so now what I want to do, and she does have a couple right here as well. So we can just add those. Okay. And now I want to do, I'm going to use a little slanted brush. This one I did buy at Michael's. If you don't get out much, you can always look on Amazon. And I'm going to do a little black. And I'm sure they sell some of the little brushes. This one's the 1/8 of an inch. But I like to come in with some shadowing. And we just need a little bit. And we could always come back once we get the eyelashes. Now, the little pattern doesn't have eyelashes on it. I went ahead and added them. And if you get a little bit, you can just erase. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to come back in with the 005, and I want to do her eyelashes. And they're very, I kept them really short. So I'm just doing little strokes. Okay. And then you can come and do the other side. Usually I try to start at the top so you can kind of see where you're. So So there you have it. So if you want to add some longer ones, you could just come in and add longer at the bottom, whatever you like. And then once you do those, you can always come back in and do some more shadowing. It kind of just ties everything together. And there you have that. So now that we have all that done, we can go ahead and add we want some little dots. If you need more pink on that side, you can always come in and add more pink. Okay, and then I'm going to add some little dots to her face. This one's the 05, I mean, sorry. And then we'll add her little nose. Now you can leave off the bow if you don't want to add the bow. I'm going to add some little dots up here. I like adding the little dots. Okay, so we have all that. We need a little patch here. And so let's go ahead and get that patch on. When I did this little patch, here, I just used a marker, the RV02. You can use it on the edges. And I don't know if you even see that because I did come in with the alcohol, the little blender. So you can just kind of come in. There you go. And it's such a small piece that you want to hold it down. I may have done the other side, that's why, but that's all right. Okay, so she has a little patch there. And then she has two little hearts on her face. We'll just add a little dot on both sides. And let me grab those hearts. I left them in this other tray. There we go. And then she's got one more right over there. And you can push it down with your tool. Okay. And now we want to add, I'm going to use the 005 Micron, and I'm going to add the little stitch marks right here. Okay, so we have that done. So now we can add her little heart to her. So the heart I used Pretty in Pink from Stampin' Up, and I just came around with the dauber, and then I just used a red dauber that it just had the ink left on it. And actually I think I like that side. There's two sides I did. I probably didn't notice, but that's all right. So we'll just put the heart. And then we have a red patch up here too we want to add. And on the red patch up here, I just used the red marker, the R37, to outline it. And I didn't use any okay, so we want to let that dry. Should have probably put that on earlier. All right, and then we'll get the other heart on. This was leftover design paper, and I just throw it in my Cricut file in the pink when I have small pieces. I know I can use them with, you know, cutting with the Cricut. So I'll do that, and that way I use them up. And then we'll just add a couple stitch marks there. And we're almost done. Let's go ahead and do the patch right here. So this one's a purple. Oops, what I did. And then I did use a pin on these as well. Sometimes it's easy if you don't have a ton of pieces to do, to just use the marker. Okay, and that one I used was the BV00 on that. You could always come in so I don't see it. Okay, and then 005, and we'll do the little, oh, wrong patch. You know what, I'm gonna leave it. That's all right. We can put any color we want. Okay, so now we'll do her little hands. We'll get those on. There's one. And then we have the other one over here. I just want to get them moved in place. And then we'll just put that pink one here. Even though this one's bigger, but it's not gonna matter. It's all right. Okay. And then, so we have those done. And then we want one here. She's super cute. And then she has a little bow, and so you could add the bow if you want. I just glued it down right in the center, and so we'll just go ahead and add that. So we're going to put the pieces on here. We have one there and then one here, and so we'll just add those. And then we have the center piece in red. And then we'll go ahead and just glue this on. I kind of bent it up a little bit. And you can kind of just place it wherever you think. We need to add her white on her eyes. And then the little highlights. And we can just kind of do, and kind of go here, and I kind of come up here, a couple dots, and then there, just wherever. And, oh, her hand, and the leg. And I think that's it. Kind of like a little dot there. And so, there you have her. Isn't she super cute? So anyways, thank you for stopping by, and I do hope you enjoyed my video today, and have a good day.